So, what we're looking at here, folks, is we're going to go over here to circuits, and we're going to learn about RGBs. So we're going to create a new circuit, and you're going to do this in real life, just to give you guys a heads up. But this is like so much better than real life because I can show you step by step on wire by wire. So, first thing we're going to use is a breadboard, of course, and then we're going to find a RGB. Look at that, LED RGB. Now you will have, and you want to plug it in this way so that we can access 1, 2, 3, 4 things. But please note that you have a red, a blue, and a green input here. And so you have 3 wires leading to your LEDs and one that they all share. And you're going to all share this cathode. And what does cathode stand for? Well, if you're never sure and you can't remember, go to cathode. Oops, with the E, of course. And if you go to cathode, it's the negatively charged electrode. So it's the side that's negative, okay? If you look here, it says the cathode's electric currently leaves is polarized. So just look at pictures right here, look up cathode and look up images. And then if you're wondering on an LED, you can put LED cathode and then do that. And it says right here, the anode is the positive side and the cathode is the negative side. So if you ever just need a reminder of that, just look at that here. Okay? Now that we know that, when you do this in real life here with your real breadboard, you're going to grab these push buttons. Okay? And we're going to move this back a little bit further. And we're going to use 3 buttons, one for each light. And remember that we're going to need a power supply, so battery source, and one side is going to be negative, so go ahead and just put negative here and positive down here. And the negative is always going to go to here. Okay, so if I want to move this here, I'm going to take this negative, see this row, and it goes to the negative here. I'm going to take it and send it directly to that row. I'm going to do it from behind though. And so there it is. So if you look, this negative is going to this row and it's connecting to here where the cathode is. How do you know which one the cathode is? Just put RGB cathode like that. And then go to images. And if you notice that the longest one here is the negative. Okay, so the longest one is a negative, and it's the one that's going to be kind of sticking out the furthest. The red's going to be about the same as the blue, and then the green is second largest. Okay, so you have the colors here, and you know the makeup of it. And it should be the same on your actual thing. So now the next thing we need to do is we're going to send positive electricity to a switch. But remember, all LEDs need resistors, so all 3 of these are going to need resistors. So we're going to take this, and I'm making the electricity come from the positive through the resistor to here. And this resistor is going to be our standard LED amount, which is usually around 330 or 220 or 200, whatever you want. So there it is at 330. And this electricity is going to come out here, and it's going to go, here. Which means I'm going to have to move that guy over because this guy was in the same row. So be careful with that, okay? So notice I was sending it here, but this one was coming out in the same row, and I don't want that. So let's see if I can spread these all out a little bit better. There we go. By the way, you see how it's coming at an angle? I'm going to delete that off, and I think it'll look a lot nicer if I just came straight across like that. In fact, if I wanted to delete here, I could come from behind on that one just so it's a little nicer. So remember, electricity goes in here, comes through the resistor, goes in here. When I push the button, it comes out the opposite corner right here and goes through here, and it's going to go here to the green. So this one is going to be green right here. Now I need another resistor for the next one. And we're going to put there and put 330. There we go. And we're going to send this one to the what color is this? Blue. So this one's going to be our blue. So electricity comes here, goes through here, comes to the resistor, goes to this leg. When I push the button, it comes out the other side, goes here, and goes to the blue. This one right here is the cathode. It's the negative. I already did it. It goes straight to the negative. Now I need one more resistor for the last LED. And make sure we're plugging these to the right ones, that we're connecting to the positive on this row where this wire is. Some students will make a mistake and put it there, and there's nothing in that row, right? So make sure you're putting it in the right one. And let's go here and change this to, make sure the resistor you're using is a 200 or 330 or something like that, remember? So anywhere between 100 and 500 is good, usually. And now this wire right here, when it goes through here, push the button, it comes out right here. And then I'm going to go to the last one, which I think is the red. There we go. And I think that's all you need to do. So you're going to push this button here, and it turns red. By the way, it doesn't like what I'm doing here. I'm not sure. Maybe these resistors are too small. Let me see what happens if I change this to 500. Oops. There we go. It likes that. It didn't like the 330 for whatever reason. But you can use the 330. It's totally okay on your actual real one. Okay, so I'm gonna use the 500s. And here we go. Blue, green, blue, and so if you read the actual assignment I gave you guys, it says to take a picture of red and green turned on at the same time. I should have wrote that at the same time. So does it? What does red and green make? Let's see. So by the way, I don't know how to click both. I have to click red and green at the same time on this. Red and green. So I will have to cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to turn this one on. I'm going to stop the simulation, and I'm going to delete this. And I'm just going to put red on all the time. There we go. So when I push, notice red's on all the time because it goes here. It doesn't even go in the switch. It does technically go in the switch, but it doesn't lead anywhere, right? So it goes straight over here and sends it here. So it's always red. Then I'm going to push the green and I get yellow. So your light should be yellow because red and green make yellow. Red and blue make violet, or right? Violet? I think so. You would know. Anyway, I think that's violet or purple or something. And then yellow with this one. So that's what I'm looking for. I just want to see that you got your setup and you can kind of play with all the different combinations. I'm just cheating right now because I need, I can't push these at the same time with my mouse button. And so I'm just pushing red on all the time by just kind of running the electricity over to it. So let me take a picture of what your setup should look like. It should look something like this. And I'll take a screenshot of that and we'll all be done, and I'll post that in the actual assignment. I'm just starting off a little easier today because we just got back from break.